two dwarves stood before the tall and slender elf, their hands on their hips and stern expressions on their faces. "Listen here, lad," said the first dwarf, his bushy beard quivering with indignation. "We've been watching you, and we've come to a conclusion. You're a dwarf." The elf raised an eyebrow, clearly amused by the dwarf's assertion. "I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm what you would call a dwarf," he said, gesturing to his pointed ears and slim frame. The second dwarf stepped forward, his voice gruff and insistent. "Nonsense! You've got a beard, haven't you?" The elf rubbed his chin, feeling the faintest trace of stubble. "Well, yes, but that's hardly conclusive evidence." "Ha!" cried the first dwarf triumphantly. "I told you, Grimgar. That's the dwarfiest beard I've ever seen on an elf." Grimgar scowled, not willing to give up yet. "And what about your love of ale and gems? Dwarves love that stuff." The elf shrugged. "I suppose I do enjoy a good drink now and then, but I hardly think that makes me a dwarf." The dwarves exchanged a look, clearly frustrated by the elf's stubbornness. "Fine," said the first dwarf, throwing up his hands. "But mark my words, lad, you've got dwarven blood in you whether you know it or not." With that, the two dwarves stormed off, muttering to themselves about the stubbornness of elves. The elf watched them go, a bemused expression on his face. "Dwarves," he muttered to himself. "What a strange bunch."